Most people think they're investing when they're actually gambling. You see, Bitcoin, gold, guitars, it's all the same game. Now, you've climbed the corporate ladder, maybe built a successful business, you understand P&L, quarterly targets, strategy. So why do smart executives like you keep losing money on things like Bitcoin, NFTs, and the latest investment trend? Now, it's not because you're bad with money. It's because you're mixing two different games, investing and speculating. Now today I'll show you the difference and how headlines hijack your decisions and 3 moves you can make today to fix it. Mastery not required, of course. Now, if you want multiple income streams without mastering new skills, listen up. And if you're ready to simplify your wealth building strategy and create predictable income, I've got a free resource for you, the 4-day predictable income plan. I'll share more about it later, but keep that in mind as we dive in. I often tell people not to invest in crypto, and yet I'm known to buy Bitcoin sometimes. On my program, Mastery Not Required, I even use Bitcoin's price movements to show how markets follow patterns, rules, and laws. Right? Follow the patterns, you make money. Ignore them, and you don't. So why do I buy it, but I tell you not to invest in it? Because I'm trading it. I'm not investing in it. And that difference matters. See, Bitcoin is a non-productive asset. It doesn't generate income on its own. See, productive assets, on the other hand, pay you. Right? Things like company stock that pay dividends or reinvest real profits, real estate that generates rent, businesses that create cash flow from operations. But Bitcoin, gold, right, collectibles, they produce nothing. They only go up if someone else wants to pay more later. And that's not investing, right? That's speculating, or a nice word for gambling. Now, if this is clicking for you and you're ready to start focusing on productive assets that actually pay, check out the 4-day predictable income plan. It's a free resource that walks you through how to build wealth with purpose without stress or burnout. I'll tell you more about it in a bit, but for now, let's keep going. Now, let me tell you a story about my $7,000 guitar that shot to $22,000. Now meet Goldie, my favorite electric guitar. It's a Gibson Collector's Choice number 2. I bought it for about $7,000 several years back. At one point, it was trading up to over $20,000. Now, did I sell it and lock in a 200+% gain? No, I got greedy. I even set a ChatGPT alert a short while back at $25,000. Right, it never hit. Now today the listings go for around 11,000 US, and realistically it trades erratically in the teens. Now I still own Goldie because it's fun. Right, it brings me joy. But joy doesn't pay the bills, right? It'll never pay dividends, never generate cash flow, never create recurring income. And because of that, there's no clean way to price it or to value it. Sounds familiar? Right? Buying Bitcoin or gold, it's the same game. Just sounds more sophisticated in the boardroom, right? But, strip away the digital gold and blockchain jargon, and it's still just parking money in something that produces nothing. It only grows if someone else wants to pay more later. Now, some say scarcity. Crypto fans talk about Bitcoin being limited. So is Goldie, right? Gibson made just 300. But all that's noise, you see, it's not fundamentals. Okay, so can you still make money here? Yes, if you manage risk and ignore the noise. Now, take Bitcoin's recent meltdown, right? That's what the media calls it anyway. Now, on the charts, it tapped resistance, a level where sellers show up, then it dropped to support, right? A level where buyers step in, and then it bounced. Now, from a technical perspective, that's just normal price action. Buy at support, sell at resistance, capture the range. Now, at the time of recording, it's still trading between those levels. And a lot of the times, it does trade according to the patterns. But no one can tell the future. And no one knows where it'll be by the time you're watching this video. I mean, it could be here or here, anywhere really. And that's why for the same price action, the media comes up with some really wild narratives, because that gets the clicks. So if you look at the headlines, right, Reuters says, record crypto crash, rush to hedge. Right, Yahoo Finance says, 19 billion crypto meltdown. Right, Fox News, the crypto bloodbath wipes out billions. the Wall Street Journal, historic crypto sell-off. And all that's just pure noise. And this is where most people lose money. Because trading isn't technically hard if you can ignore the noise and focus on the charts. But most busy people don't have the brain space to filter the hysteria or the emotional bandwidth to stay calm when the headlines are screaming bloodbath. See, you already manage stress and decision fatigue. Do you really want emotional trading management on your plate as well? Because you didn't become successful by reacting to every headline, right? You won at work by focusing on the fundamentals and building systems that work without constant emotional management. And your wealth strategy should be the same. So if you're tired of the noise and you want a simple, proven way to build wealth without the stress, grab the 4-day predictable income plan. It's free and it'll help you get started with a purpose-led strategy that works. So let me tell you a quick story. Now in 2008, during the housing crisis, I nearly lost $1 million following the gurus. Now thank God I didn't, but that's another story for another day. Now everyone was selling complexity, right? Master this, master that, chase the next play. Then something suddenly clicked for me. Doesn't it make more sense to apply the skills we already have than to master new skills to build wealth? See, I worked as a corporate lawyer for 20 years. Right? It was a slog. And people like us, we built our careers by focusing on being productive, right? Your expertise, your network, your strategic mind. So why don't you build wealth the same way, right? Own assets that make money and let them compound. So here's your wealth reset. These are 3 moves that you can make today. First, audit your investments versus your speculations, right? Take 10 minutes, list everything you call an investment, and ask yourself, does this pay me regularly, right? Dividends or real profits reinvested? Or am I just hoping someone pays more later? Then keep building the first and label the second as speculation and plan to redeploy when it makes sense. Next, set a speculation budget. Decide your cap, right? Many start with like 5 to 10% and go lower. Personally, I set mine at 1%. And that's one thing I pretty much never reach a full allocation on. Right? Treat speculation like entertainment money you can afford to lose and laugh about losing it. I know people who go to the casino and whether they win or lose, they're exactly the same. They have a laugh. And I know people who, if they won or lost, you can see it on their faces. I'm extremely against gambling, but there's a lesson here. If you can't laugh at the loss, then don't risk it. And finally, start with what you know. Right? Put capital into productive assets tied to your strengths. Right? Use a simple filter. Right? What do you use every day? Toothpaste? Look at Colgate Palmolive. Work on Microsoft Office? Look at Microsoft. And check the financials, something you already do with P&L and cash flow. Now, many great companies don't pay dividends because they reinvest their profits for growth, right? Just like Amazon. And that's still productive if the profits are real. Now, the big takeaway here isn't about Bitcoin, guitars, or chart patterns. It's about simplicity. See, gurus sell complexity to look smart and keep you dependent. Real success comes from clarity and simplicity, not complication. So simplify. Focus on what's productive, predictable, and purposeful. Then own assets that pay you whether the market goes up, down, or sideways. Own assets that align with your strengths and work while you're in meetings or on a plane or with your family. See, this isn't about avoiding risk. It's about taking intelligent risks on productive assets that compound your success and not speculative bets that compound your stress. So if you're ready to stop losing money on speculation disguised as investing, if you want a systematic way to build multiple income streams without mastering new skills, then check out Mastery Not Required today.